Yeah, I like this. This is a good starting area. We can build here. So that marks our starting place. We've got a squid over there. We've got some piggies, some trees. Hey, piggy! Hi, it's hey, piggy. Okay. So in your first day in Minecraft, you need to find some shelter, and then we need to mine some wood and build a nice little house. And actually, I think, oh, this is a nice spot. Got a good flat spot here. Nice natural cave to go. Oh yeah, this is. Actually, I think I might just use the cave as my. Oh, I like this. Yeah. Actually, I'll use the cave as a mine. I will build a house up here. Okay, so that's where I'm going to build my house. So let's start by getting some wood. Alright, so we've established where we are. We know that we've got some resources nearby. We've got wood, we have plenty of sand, we've got an infinite supply of water because we're next to the ocean, or at least a large body of water in the game. That's fantastic. These are all critical things as we progress through the game that we're going to be looking for. We need water later on will help us when we're trying to make elevators and you know, some more advanced things like that. It'll help you when you want to go exploring in dungeons, because if you find some lava and you accidentally catch yourself on fire, it's pretty useful to have a bucket of water nearby, and it's always good to have a fresh supply of water to collect from. But sand can be smelted into glass. We need plenty of sand. It looks like we have a good supply of dirt on a neighboring section of this island that I'm not trying to build on, so I don't have to worry about mining too much dirt out of there and making a big pit or anything. So yeah, it looks like a pretty diverse starting area, and I'm going to go for a little different strategy playing through this time. I'm going to, though there's no finish to the game, so it's not like you can play through to completion, but I am going to do something a little different. And I am going to try and do some farming this time. I've never done farming before, and I think it sounds interesting. So let's first start by, let's establish something, you know, kind of for the base of our house here. We know that well, we know that I'm building up on this pad, and monsters are going to be able to get near to me, but I've got a little bit of a height advantage. I'm not sure how I feel about that. Maybe I'll want to change that a little bit, but I'm not sure. I don't think I need a height advantage, so for now I'll just do this and make that as beginning in one of my walls. I'll go ahead and put a crafting table in. So in your first day, as soon as possible, you need to start crafting some things. It goes so much faster if you have an axe, and in case we run across anything, I'll have myself a nice little pick ready. And for the first night, I will need a sword, and I also need a shovel. Okay. So we have the beginnings of something special going on here. Let's make this in the wooden planks. And I will use my axe to chop down more trees in less time. Never did understand the thought behind a wooden axe. I mean, I'm smacking at a tree with a chunk of wood. Wouldn't it just bend my axe because it's been finally sharpened? But it's Minecraft, not reality. So cattle. Now, cows are a good resource to begin with as well, for another reason. They drop leather sometimes, not always. Like I got 2 leather that time. Now, after I get, 6, 8, 10, 25 leather, I can start crafting myself some armor. And that will come in handy as we have to deal with creepers in the night. know, I worry the most about the creepers, and the sad part is they're actually the easiest to fight. You hit them and they bounce back far enough that they can just kind of, you can just knock them away and not really deal with them too much. It's not a big deal. I guess I don't mind creepers so much. The ones that really get me, though, the skeletons aren't so bad either. I mean, they can scare you when you're walking along in a dungeon and out of nowhere you get shot at by an arrow. Pops you in the head, does all that damage, but they're not so bad to deal with. I think all in all, the ones that are probably the hardest to deal with are, for me at least, are spiders, because they like to climb the walls of my house. I used to put skylights in, but I stopped doing that. Spiders climb. Get some wool over here. Oh, that is beautiful. Look at that. It's like the tree's trying to grow some branches. I think that's what these are. These trees, when they start getting the blocks of wood heading out in random directions. Can't imagine anything else. But that's just beautiful. You get so much wood off that. Now, I don't know if you noticed this. Oh, I ran out. Crap. It won't take too much longer. But as soon as I finish grabbing these, I'll show you what I did here. I built a stump. I started cutting the tree down from above ground level. And I've seen a lot of people chop from ground level and work up. And the problem is you miss out on some of these critical branches up top. Like some of these I probably couldn't reach if I was standing on the ground, because I'm 2 blocks higher up right now. Where's the sunlight? It's gotta be getting late enough in the day. I better start moving on. Alright, so what I did was I started obviously cutting from higher up, and then I just jumped over onto it. And the reason for that was that gives me a 2 block height advantage, which is really important. Sometimes you get that like one last brick in a tree and you can't reach it. Well, that's no big deal. But sometimes you can't reach any of those branch formations coming out, and those are important. Alright, and since I'm going to be living here, I'm going to plant myself a nice little forest. These come in handy because you never really have to go far to get your trees. Okay. So, we have a bunch of extra wood. Make ourselves some wood blocks, see what we can do. Let's go ahead and go all out. I believe I'm going to go ahead and start by making it a big house. Why not? Let's just make a square one for now. Which way does the sun go? Sun sets over there. I will have windows on that side and windows on that side, so I'll have the door over here because the enemies will be attracted to me around the windows. So there are some design considerations when building houses in Minecraft. You don't have to worry too much. It's not like it'll be an utter failure if you do it one way versus another. But it does help if you do things with a plan. You know, I don't want to say that your entire game will be ruined if you don't, but I mean, if you have a plan, it does make things go nicely. They go quite a bit smoother sometimes. Let's see. Ourselves a nice roof. Now I have to get in there and use my crafting table like ASAP because it is starting to get dark. I have no torches, I have no coal, I've got nothing to make them out of, but I need protection from the elements. So what am I going to do? I've got my doorway. Now real quick I'll show you. Build a 2x3 grid of wood. That makes a door. doors, I don't know if people have explained this in other videos. I've seen it a lot. Always from the outside. The reason is you could actually stand here and attack out through the door in some cases if they get close, and they can't shoot in at you or hit you, but you can attack out at them. So it is very important to note the direction that you're building things. So while I've got a free second, let's build here, let's make a couple more sticks. Sticks are the basis of a lot of things that you're going to use in Minecraft. I mean, they're useful for making all of your tools. They're useful for so many different things. So I'm going to make a couple axes because I'm going to chop a little more wood tomorrow and probably not mine right away. So as of yet, I don't have any